Now that the retain list is out, let's have a look at where we are more than likely going to be more vulnerable in the squad now. Hello and welcome to this video. I hope you're all doing well. Like, share and subscribe to the channel. I much appreciate it. Liking helps the algorithm, sharing gets in front of people's faces, and subscribing lets me know you like the channel. Hit that notification bell to let you know when videos go live. We're on the road to 4K at the minute. I've managed to blitz through 100 subs in about a month, which is good, fantastic. It was just gone up by 100, which is even better. We are smashing it. We are aiming to get to 4K as soon as possible. Hopefully we can do it before the start of the season, so thank you for that. So Sheffield Wednesday retain list is out, and we are wanting to look at where we look the most vulnerable in terms of position now, because of the whole situation of who goes, who stays. Now, this will be interesting because I think we're all going to agree in a slightly where we are most vulnerable, but it'll be interesting to see what it is. I like having these kind of videos where it's the discussion with you in the comment section. Where do you think we look like we need to improve? What do we need to go where? So let's have a look at this then. So we'll have a look at goalkeeper to start off with. So we know Cam Dawson has been offered a deal. Will he sign it? I think he might. Beadle, we want back on loan, but with Brighton manager now leaving, does that put a spanner in the works with that? Because now they're going to have to be looking for a new manager. Jack Hall, I can't remember if Jack Hall was one of the ones who left. I think it may have been Luke Jackson. We'll just bring up the retain list at the same time. So I can remember. So, loanees. It was, let's look, we put that option there, Deshaun. It might have been in the academy, but actually, let's have a look at the academy side. Where are you? We put the academy one out. It'll be under news. Give me a moment. Because I cannot remember. I did the academy one as well. Academy, there we go. Let's have a look. So who did we let go here? Jack Hall has been given options. So Jack Hall is still going to be here. So Jack Hall got a new contract offered. So Jack Hall got a new contract. So you've probably got Dawson, Jack Hall, and Pierce Charles, who I think Charles will go on loan next season. We do need to improve the goalkeeping situation. I think if we do get Beadle in on loan, then great. But I want it to be a permanent keeper if we can. I think that does better for us in the long run if we can do that. So in defence, Palmer been offered a new contract. DRB has got another year here. Pedersen goes back. We thank him for his services. Iorfa's been given a new contract. Paul Valentin's here for another year. Delgado goes. I think for Delgado, it just didn't work out. He came when there was a manager that liked him and wanted to use him. And he got that hip injury on international duty. It just didn't pan out, and it makes sense to let him go. Kind of thing, because we've not seen much of him. This one is the big one. Bernard, we love Bernard to sign a new contract at Wednesday, but do we think that's going to happen? I did a video on it the other night. I think everyone pretty much came to the conclusion it would be nice if he signed a new deal, but they don't see it happening at all. It's one of the ones they can't see it. They cannot see that one happening at all, because it would take a lot to get a new deal in front of him and for him to sign it. I think we all have agreed that he's going on to bigger and better things than Sheffield Wednesday Football Club, sadly. Michael Whitway has got another year. Do you look at possibly letting him go? I think Femero is probably one who may get looked at moving on for Wednesday. If it was me, I'd move him on. I'd personally move him on and try and see. But in defence, you got what? Let's have a look. So you got Palmer, Bambo, Iorfa if he signs, which I think he will. Valentin, Whitway, Femero, Deshaun, we'd like to keep. Reece James is going. Good luck to Reece James. He was really good in that playoff game against Peterborough. We all watched that last night. Gwellier is one of the youngsters coming through. Maltby is looking really good as well. I'm pretty sure Maltby have been offered a new contract. There we go. So we'll be interested in that. And Sam Reed is also another one who's, if you don't know, if you haven't watched the Talking Wednesday podcast, he's one of my one for the future ones that I think he's going to do really well. I went with a academy player last time and it didn't pay off, so we'll see. But I think he's a really good player, Sam Reed. The defence, we probably need one or two. And you probably need to bring in some genuine right and left backs this season and go from there. So midfield is where we are short. We are very short. So Will Oakes have been offered a contract. I think he'll sign. Barry Bannon have been offered a contract. He'll definitely sign. Joe Byers, what a player he's been for us. He's been really good. And I am gutted to see him leave. But under Danny Rule's system, it doesn't work. It does not work in a Danny Rule system. And that's the problem. If it worked in a Danny Rule system, he wouldn't have gone out on loan to Blackpool. Jeff Hendricks going back to Newcastle. Thanks for the goal versus Leicester, but that was about it. Momo Diaby, you did great 60-minute versus Preston, and then that's all we saw from you. Good luck for the rest of your career. Marvin Johnson is another one that got an option on his contract, so we've taken the option on his contract. Would Johnson be one of those ones that you let see who comes in for him? I have a funny feeling that someone like an Oxford who just come up might say, chink their arm and try and go for him. He loved his time at Oxford. He had a very good spell at Oxford. He was at the final yesterday. Yes, I am putting 2 and 2 together and making 4 with this one. Oxford, he was there from 2016 2017, 41 appearances, 3 goals. He then got his move to Middlesbrough. Would it be somewhere he would like to go? Possibly. Possibly might do. There was interest from him in the summer and in January that Ipswich wanted him. But Marvin Johnson got another year. I personally think it's probably good to keep him for another bit, but we need to start looking at other players in that position. So that's our midfield, though. Our midfield is very light. Very light. And that, for me, this is the position where we need to get more players in. I'd like us to go after someone like, what's he called? He's at Palace. Ransaki, I think that's how you say it, Ransaki. We were looking at him in League One when he went to Charlton. Just when Ransaki, the right winger, does really well. That's someone I'd love to bring in, personally, as a winger kind of thing. So, forwards. Lee Gregory, thank you so much for your service, my friend. You've done really well. We will be gutted that you're gone. It didn't work out this season for whatever reason. He's gone to Midfield. We know he's going to rip it up in League One. He will do. Josh Windass has got a contract in front of him. Is he going to sign? He made very interesting comments about it by saying he wants to find out what's going on with the manager. Add things down. We think everything's going right, and it looks like he probably all set to be signed by Danny Rule, and we're ready to have have that like going. From what everything's been going, the Twitter rumors and stuff like that, it seems like it pretty much all done and ready to go. Maybe we'll get something out about it one day soon. Wilkes is an interesting one. So many people on the retain list video were like, why isn't Mallet Wilkes on this list? Because he's still got a year left. For whatever reason, and a lot of it's stuff in his personal life, and for him it's more mental, it is not working at Sheffield Wednesday Football Club. We'd hardly seen him play. When we have, it's been bit parts, and we've not been able to... he's either then picked up a little knock again, and he keeps getting like these little knocks that then start hampering what he can do. A lot of what's gone on with Mallet Wilkes is stuff behind the scenes. It's stuff that's nothing to do with a football or to do with a football pitch. He had made 15 appearances this season. He had 3 appearances in the FA Cup and got 1 goal. He's had 2% in the starting 11. He plays 7% of minutes this season. That is it, 7%. When he came to us, his market value was about 700k. That has now dropped to 450k. We reportedly paid somewhere around 500 to 800k for him. And it didn't work. So far, it's not worked. I generally think the best play for Mallet Wilks would be to go to Doncaster Rovers. Grant McCann has got the best out of him whenever he played for him. If Donny can get the cap for him, they should go and get him. They know how to play to his style. He works well. Ugbo, we want him back. We want him back in the summer. That is no question. His team that he's currently on loan from has been relegated. We want Ugbo back. That is a big one. He was a big, big component with how we played just to keep us alive and get us to a point of where we could be. He was a huge part of it. He played 38 appearances in the Championship this season. First half, he was at Cardiff. He got 11 goals in total. I think he got 6 when he was with us and 2 assists. So we'd like him back. Callum Patterson, he got a deal in front of him. He's another one that everyone got. They don't see what he offers. They don't know why we will put a deal in front of him. I personally think he's a player that when you need him to come off the bench, he does really well. I think it's a squad player role more than anything. But I think he's someone who does really well in a Wednesday shirt and always puts 100% in. There was a period between November and December. If we didn't have him and Cadamartri up top, we would have really struggled. So for me, Patterson signs another extension. I think it's great. Then if we do, say if he does want to go back to Scotland, then we can go, hey, it's this much. Michael Smith, still got a year left. I think we'll probably move him on in the summer. See if someone will want him. And I'm pretty sure he'll more than likely go to Derby. Ashley Fletcher, the less said about Ashley Fletcher, the better. Bye, mate. See you later. He's not been great. He ran around a lot. He did put some pressure in sometimes and make movement, but that was about it. Pervader. We want Pervader in the summer. This is another one we want. With Leeds now in the final for the playoffs. It'll be interesting to see what we do. There's a lot of other clubs looking at him. There's Burnley, there's Luton, there's us. The Sunderland, apparently, we're looking at him. It makes sense for him to come to Wednesday because he's already been here. Deji Gassama, we've got another 2 years on him. It's been fantastic. Just need to see him improve next season. The same goes for Masaba. We just need to see him improve and gradually get better with it all. And Bailey Cadamartri signed a new contract this season. I personally like to see him go out on loan, get him some minutes week in, week out, go out on loan and see how he does. But he has fitted into the first team narrative. So up top, if you take Fletcher, Ugbo and Gregory and possibly Wilks, we are low. But again, Masaba and Gassama and Pervader are more roaming winger midfielders than anything. But it's interesting. We want Ugbo back. I still think you probably need to go get someone else. We have had the link that we're linked with Duncan Maguire again. There was the Arsenal striker we were linked with in January, and he went to the I think he went to the Austrian League. And I believe he's out of contract, actually, in the summer. So that could be one that will be interesting. What's his name again? His name is Micah Brereton. And he was on loan last season, and he did well. I look at possibly seeing if that option is still available for him. He's only 21, I believe. And that's another one I'd probably look at if you want to go have a gander at what you might be able to do. Generally, that's something I'll look at. But in general, we don't look that we the position that looks like we need a lot of work in it in midfield. It's the one position that I think we struggled. We made a big mistake in January to a point where we let 2 players go from the midfield and didn't manage to replace it. If you put Gassama and Paveda and Masaba in that midfield technically of wingers instead of forwards, then it beats it up a bit. But midfield is the position that I think we need most work in. I do want to see get a goalkeeper in, but let me know what you think the position is that we're the weakest and where we need to improve.